Quality, innovation, respect, and integrity. Take steps to invest in your career. International Management Consultancy is the leading global marketplace for learning and instruction, helping professionals across the industry to develop skills and expertise to get recognition and growth in the corporate world. We are one of the leading training providers and gradually spreading our training facility amongst candidates based at different geographies, such as Canada, United States of America, United Arab Emirates, Saudi, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Lebanon, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Philippines, India, and many other countries across the globe. IMC is accredited by the highest industry standards. We put in the efforts and we work to prove our commitment to offering our clients only the best and of superior quality. With a uniquely immersive curriculum that combines live instruction from the leading experts, peer-to-peer collaboration, on-demand lessons, unlimited online trainings, and 24/7 learning support. IMC helps over thousands of professionals learn their skills needed to advance their careers and reach their full potential. In line with our commitment to excellence, IMC offers a number of training courses preparing professionals for certifications and exams given by the international associations in areas like management, finance and accounting, human resources, sales and marketing, quality administration, and as well as project management. By fully attending these courses and successfully completing the requirements of the certifying body, participants.
Hello, are you hearing this audio? Hello? Hello?
Yes, we are able to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, please.
Yes.
Will receive a special certificate which recognizes their dedication and commitment, and in many cases help them earn valuable continuing education credit. IMC Consultants has been working together with their clients from various industries in aligning their people and processes to compete through high speed, excellent quality, and low cost. We strongly believe that the key to our success is our total commitment in delivering value to our clients based on integrity, honesty, and openness. If you are uncertain about which roles or skills are best for you, hurry! Come visit our website or talk to our expert education consultants today. Take a step, invest in your future, empower your knowledge, and be one of our success stories. International Management Consultancy, excellence is what we deliver.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, hi.
Hi. Welcome to all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all participants, whoever is internationally connected. How are you doing today?
We are doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay. To check that the audio is okay, right? It's audible to everyone.
Yes.
And regarding the video part, let me share. Yes. Okay. And video is okay. You are able to see myself, correct? Everyone.
Yeah, correct.
Right. Can you see the slide now? Our courseware, the presentation slide.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that case, we are all set. So just welcome to all on board again. And so let me share again about, so welcome to all for our project management exam preparation and training programs. Right. So about myself, Lislal Visham, academically postgraduated in business, and I have done my MSc also, MBA and GIS, and certification part completed my PMP certification and PM also, Prince 2. These are the certificates mainly we are using for the project management, and the PMO is for the project management office for the strategic level. PMP and Prince 2 normally for the the project management, and CSM for service manage for certified Scrum Master. Yeah, so that is for the product delivery and that for the innovative project management, and ITL4 for the service management. And I am the authorized PMP instructor to deliver that the quality training for the person, for the people who is interested to continue their project management profession and also to pass your PMP examination. So that's all about myself for a short profile description, and having more than 15 years, 17 years experience in various projects. And currently I'm involved in the project management office, all this, the setting the functions and providing that project management program level support to the organization to make the business successful. I know that we have many participants connected across the globe here today. And let me check how many we have, so many people. But it will be great if we can at least share your domain areas, in which industries you are working on. For example, construction, for example, architecture, for example, IT, and you can use the chat box and you can share your the industries. So so I'll be able to modify slightly that the way of our discussions. So that will be great enough for the time being, because I cannot ask you everybody to describe about yourself, because we have limited time period. So that you can use your chat box to type your industry areas where you are working on. Thank you very much for that in advance. Right. So just let me share the next one. Yeah, yes, I can see here now. Right. So we have people from health industries. Yes, so warm welcome. Department of Quality. Yes. Quality. Yes. It's very good. Very interesting. Right. Yes, we have people from telecom industries. So this is the advantage of that the PMP. PMP is open for any professions, irrespective of any professions. We can take the PMP and understand the concept, and then we can pass your PMP examination, and also you can utilize such knowledge, the concept, and the framework, the methodologies and tools and techniques what we are going to discuss in this. How many days we have the training duration?
12 days.
12 days. We have 12 days of training programs. I invite you, all from your side, having that enthusiasm and very that is very energetic for these 12 days. I know that some people are now fasting, but no, I need your attention and collaborations, and we can make this training sessions very interactive, if possible, maximum whatever we can do, because time is very limited and we have very comprehensive, actually, that a lot of things need to discuss and learn so many things in project management, not like any other certifications. I will tell you, Other certification is easily you can understand the concept, but project management, it's a global approach because so many people are coming from different perspectives, different industries. So we have only platform to deliver such the knowledge related with the project management. So we have to satisfy all these people who is coming from all the industries. Right. Okay. So right. Okay. So let me share that in our courseware. Yes. So at least some people can talk something. No, maybe I need to know that where are you, and maybe 1 or 2 people are you able to hear me, my voice. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we hear.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Right. In between, I may ask because I need to know we are connected. Otherwise, no.
Yes, sir.
Right. So you know that the PMP, project management professional, that is PMP certification is needed nowadays to manage a project. You can manage a project even without a PMP certification, but you will see the difference. And also, this organization is demanding to have that PMP certified. So that is very important things you should remember, that the people are having PMP certification, the people are going behind, and the people are coming forward with PMP certification. So keep that in your mind. So PMP certification, we are going to talk, that is in our agenda. Section 1, Introduction to PMP certification, we will discuss. And Section 2, Project Management Overview. So in this, we will talk about a lot of things from PIM book. So I don't want to say that PIM book 6th edition or 7th edition. And because our discussion is going to be combined with PIM book 6th edition and 7th edition actually. And have you heard about PIM book? PIM book?
No.
Yeah,
No, sir.
PIM book is that? No, PIM book. PMB, okay. I will discuss this coming also after. So, Section 3, we will discuss project life cycle, how the project moves from initial stage to the closing stage. So that we are going to discuss in Section 3. Then we have that Section 4, PIM book 6th editions, many chapters we need to discuss in detail. So that is nothing but the process we are going to discuss in Section 4. And Section 5, we are going to discuss Agile overview. You might heard about Agile.
You have no voice.
No, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
We hear
okay.
you.
And whoever is not hearing, please let me know. You can, maybe the technical problem from your side, because from my side, I can see that most of the people are hearing. So that means there is nothing, there is no issue with my side. So you can check your the volume or whatever this the troubleshooting you can do from your side. Right. So these are the 5 sections we are going to discuss throughout our 12 days program. Yeah. So introduction to PMP certification. Yes, keep it in mind. PMP is coming from which institute? You know that PMP is who is issuing PMP certification?
PMI.
It's from American.
PMI.
PMI. Yes. PMI is the authorized body to issue the project management certification. PMP. That is, PMI is located in USA. And the audience, we have many audience coming from different industries, like the people, project managers, and assistant project manager, team leader, team manager, executives, software developer, software engineer, IT manager, and architecture, for example, and also coming from that quality manager, quality control, or that for example, software field, and some people coming from the pharmaceutical field, medical field, educational field, IT field, and oil and gas, for example, manufacturing field. So many people are coming towards to that completing the project management certification, because it is very important to understand about the concept, because they want to understand about the structured framework. So that's what we are going to discuss in this PMP certification. Right. So PMI is a governing body located in USA, and you can also browse their website, and headquarters in Philadelphia. If somebody is coming from USA also, they maybe know the PMI, the institute. And this institute is doing a lot of research work actually for understanding about the modern trends, the modern the concept, that how the people behave, how the process is needed, what are the tools needed to manage a project effectively and efficiently. That is very important in order to achieve the project goal and also to achieve the organizational strategy. So that is a very important thing, not only that the project goal, but also to achieve that organization's vision or maybe the strategy, for example. Right. So PMP certification eligibility is actually like a 4-year degree. Then you have some project management experience, like 3 years experience, and sort of agile experience as well. And also you should complete a training program from authorized training institute with your ATP instructor, for example. Right. So just keep it in mind that after completing a PMP program, the certification, the training, you should prepare and you should appear for the exam and get your PMP certification as early as possible, immediately after completing the PMP training program. That means after 12 days, and don't be delayed. Maybe you can spend some time to for the preparations, and then immediately you should attend that exam. Because I will tell you one thing, because if you lose, maybe you are extending for more days, maybe for example, if you are going more than 3 months, you may lose your, you may lose your interest, for example, you may lose your confidence, and you may be diverted and maybe joined for some other activities, then you slowly forget this PMP. So better maximum of 3 months, including the training period, and also for your understanding by yourself, and also maybe attending some questions for you to make the certification easy pass. And PMI is offering so many certifications, not only that the PMB, and they're offering like CAPM and PGMB, program management, and portfolio management, PFMB, and agile certification for PMI SAP, and also for the business analysis certification like PBA, and RMB for the risk management, and SP for the schedule management. And also remember that people who has no experience in project management, they can go for this certification, that is CAPM. So this is very simple certifications, and it doesn't need any project management experience. They can go and straight away simply pass this CAPM exam, and they can move forward, getting some experience project management, then they can go for that PMB certification later stage. Right. So this all regarding the fee and all this, you can read this courseware, and I'm not going to read all this. I'm not going to take these things. And remember that nowadays PMI has set some structure for passing a PMB exam, and also to understand the concept. And this is normally we call it is exam content outline, that is ECO. Always they probably know they're what you call the always renewing this actually, that exam content outline. Like once in 3 years, they need to modify that. They have to renew or review and renew it, actually review and modify this exam content outline based on the current nature of the project management, and also the community and the environment for the management, because we cannot continue the same principles, same structure for a long period of time, because the world is changing, the attitude is changing, the mentality is changing. So that is very important. We need to update our project management approach as well. So there are 3, you can see here now: domain, task, and enabler. So that is we are going to discuss. Domain. Domain means high level of knowledge. For example, what are the domains? We have the domains of people domain, process domain, and business environment, for example. Yeah? So this is the domain. This is high level knowledge area. And also we will talk about the task. Task means, for example, responsibilities of the project manager. For example, can you tell one responsibility of the project manager?
The full project.
Yeah. One response, for example.
Attention to detail.
Okay. And yes, please. There's also, everybody can participate in this discussion.
So analyzing the risk at the early stage.
Okay. You mean the risk analysis, right?
Yes.
Right. And what else?
Ensuring that the tasks are completed within timeline.
Okay, that is one of that responsibility to complete that, the activities on time. Yes. So we can say that this is that, for example, build, or I'll say that the problem solving. For example, right, the project manager is responsible to solve the problems, correct? So that is one of the tasks. So what will be the enabler? So sub activities, for example, to solve the problem, what do I have to do? To define the problem, correct? No, so many steps in that, right? In order to resolve the problem. So we have many steps. We are going to discuss that also. So that is the enabler. So we have domain, task, and enabler. This is the way PMI has said that, that the curriculum for you to pass your PMB exam. Right. Many domains now. We have 3 domains. Domain 1 is people domain. Do you think that the people is important in project management?
Yes.
Yes.
For example,
Engineers, procurement, warehouse, then
project is done by people, correct? For the people. There are so many things has to be initiated by the people. So that's the reason we have a domain. So that is the people domain. That is around 42%. That means you can expect 84 questions from domain 1, that is people. Domain 2, the process. Do you think that you need the process to manage a project?
yes, 100%.
100%, because without process means nothing but the steps, correct? You need to follow some process in order to achieve the specific task, for example. So that is the process. So 50%. So we can expect 100 questions for your PMB exam from domain, right? And domain 3, business environment. Do you think that business environment or the environment in which project operate will impact to the project? What do you think? The business
Sir, can
environment.
you repeat that once again?
Do you think that the organization's environment will impact to the project?
Yes. it
Yeah,
does.
definitely, sir. It will impact because any project is being defined with some ROI. So whatever the output or the result we are trying to achieve, it will definitely impact the environment of the business.
For example,
Stakeholders.
yes.
For example, let's say, sir, we are trying to improve the quality of a process.
Yeah. For example, you have a process, you have policies, organizational policies,
Yeah.
correct? And you have the, for example, you have infrastructure, organization culture, correct? And organization vision, for example, right? And government policies, correct? So many things, external, internal, right? So that is very important in project management. Keep it in mind, because even though it is only 8% business environment, it plays a major role in managing a project and also to complete a project successfully. Correct. Business environment. You will see that once you are on board as a project manager or once you start managing a project. So this is the way we have 3 domains. So what are the domains? Please, 1 or 2 people can say what are the domains in project in PMB?
People, process, and business environment.
You don't forget. And 3 domains: people, process, and business environment. So people mean what is the percentage? 42. Process 50%. Business environment 8%. Right. Keep it in mind, all the domains contains task. See now, domain. People domain contains 14 tasks, and process domain contains 17 tasks. Business environment domain contains 4 tasks. So that need to be understand as a project manager. So as a project manager, it is very important. You must know that what are the tasks need to be facilitated to manage project, lead the team, and also to complete a project successfully. Right. So this is the way we have the domain. So let us see now the people domain. For example, it's no task 1, manage conflict, lead team, support team performance, and empower team member and stakeholder. Ensure team members, stakeholders are adequately trained, and build a team, and address and remove impediments, obstacles, and blockers for the team, and negotiate project agreements, collaborate with stakeholder, build shared understanding, engage and support your virtual teams. Nowadays, it's very important, right? Virtual teams, define team ground rules. You will make some ground rules. That means you have to set some rules. Everybody should follow that. And mentor relevant stakeholder. Mentoring is very important, right? Coaching. And promote team performance through application of emotional intelligence. Very important now, the emotional intelligence. That is also important in project management. And domain 2 is the process. That means task 1, execute project with urgency required to deliver the business value. Keep it in mind. So what is that actually the outcome the organization is expecting from a project? Can you tell what the organization is expecting from a project? Yes, please. You can unmute and you can. What is that actually the outcome an organization is expecting from a project?
Most projects meet with the deadline, and it is budgeted. The cost of the project is as budgeted. So following all the process.
So you are saying that the project must complete within budget and within time.
Right? Yeah, time. That's why this.
Some more opinion. Some more.
Yes.
People,
Customer
yes.
satisfaction.
Customer satisfaction, because you are developing any product for the customer, so the customer is going to use this. So customer satisfaction is important, because you are developing a product, you are delivering a product with so many defects, and you cannot expect customer satisfaction. Right?
Stakeholder management.
And stakeholder management. So stakeholder is important in a project, correct? Because
yes.
This is very important topic we are going to discuss. Yeah, stakeholder, what is the stakeholder, and it's very important actually. So let us discuss that. But keep it in mind, we are going to discuss stakeholder management in very detail, because one of the backbone, one of the successful of the project is how you are effectively engaging with stakeholder. Correct, Amit, right?
Yes.
You might have seen this in your project. We'll discuss that. Yeah. Then what else? One or two. Yeah,
I would say it's like good returns on investment, so that they can enable more business. Yeah,
because ROI, return of investment, because why that organization is investing, They're investing for nothing. They're expecting a return of investment. That means like a tangible and intangible benefit, right? Tangible, maybe some business value, for example, right? Some,
Yes.
for example. Otherwise, it's like a purely monetary benefit, return of investment, correct? Always measuring that project is giving some benefit, or it is like our money is going for nothing, right? And it's very important, plus or minus, right? We are getting like of investment positive or negative. It's very important. So that sometimes it is going negative, and the organization understand that it is going to be negative, then they may stop, terminate the project. Correct. Right. So keep it in mind. I will tell you one point. Business value is important nowadays. Business value, creating the value. So the old concept is just to manage a project and deliver the product. That is the output. Correct, no? So for example, you are developing a software, and end of the day, organization is expecting to deliver that software product, for example. HR, for example, HR software, payroll software. Or for example, a building, you have to deliver the building, for example. But nowadays, the organization is expecting what the value. So we are going to discuss what the difference between output and outcome. So let us discuss in later stage. Yeah? So it's very important to create that business value. So that's the reason you have to prioritize the requirements, because you may have many requirements come to your hand, or maybe you will get the requirements from the stakeholder. So the moment you receive the stakeholder requirements, the important thing is you need to prioritize those requirements according to the business value. Very important, yeah? We'll discuss that in later stage. Yes. So now task 3, assess and manage risk, engage stakeholder, plan and manage budget and resources. Very important, right? Managing that resources, plan and manage schedule, right? Very important in project management to manage the time frame. And plan and manage quality products. Quality. Do you think that the quality is important in project management? Quality.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Of course. Yes,
Always,
it's one of the key factors.
Yeah. Maybe some of the people already completed the Six Sigma, right?
Not yet.
Yes.
Not yet. Yeah. Right. So that is also interesting, no? That is quality. We'll discuss from project management side. Now, what are the quality standards? That is quality standards, nothing but the complaints, the requirements. Correct. We'll discuss that. Then scope, plan and manage scope, and integrate project planning activities. So we are going to discuss all this in detail. Yeah? So manage project changes. Do you think that you need to have some understanding about how to manage a change? Do you know that? The change management. For example, you plan something and one of the stakeholders is coming and asking to do some changes. Can you implement those changes directly?
Not directly, unless all the stakeholders are satisfied with the decision to make the change.
Yeah, yes. Without having a change management system, this is very difficult actually to control the change, because the moment you receive change, maybe from your side also, maybe from within the organization, within the project, you may also see some of the change need to be implemented. Maybe the defect you find, corrective mechanism, for example, or preventive, you understand that need to be done. So before it happens, that also need to have some system, because if the moment you start doing some change, it will impact your time frame, and also it will impact that the cost, and also maybe sometimes it will impact the quality and scope also. So that is how we are going to discuss. And plan and manage procurement.
You mean
Procurement is important, right? What is the
do you
meaning?
mean having a contingency plan?
Yeah, please, are you talking to me?
Yes. Do you mean having a contingency plan in place?
Contingency plan is part of the risk management. Correct.
Hmm.
Risk. Contingency is purely related with risk. uncertainties. If something happens, so what we need, maybe we need to have some, what is called plan B, correct? Maybe we need to have some extra money, and also we need to have some extra time also, correct? In order to handle those, what is called uncertainties, correct? And also if we done something and those need to be changed, for example, uncertainty, for example, you have some plan. And also if you want to change that plan, you have to go through the formal change control process. We are discussing that also in the change management. Don't worry about it. All we are going to discuss in detail. And also now with project artifacts. So what is the meaning of artifacts in project? Artifact.
Like MOMs or,
Yes.
or any email evidences, whatever the discussion happened.
Yeah. Artifacts means documents, the documents we are preparing for the project. For example, project management plan, risk management plan, stakeholder register, correct? These all belong to the project artifacts, the documents that you prepare by hand. Determine and appropriate project methodologies. So it is very important to understand about which approach, which methodology you should use for your project. See now, or I can say that before, maybe some years ago, the people managing a project using only one method. There is no other methods, right? So now we have many methods available. So we will come to know that which is the appropriate method we can use for my project. For this, what do you need? What do you think? To understand about what is the correct approach you can use for your project. So what do you need? What the skill you need? So what do you have to do before that? What do you think?
Understanding the initial stage activities of the project, and we need to know the deep insights of the project, how it is going and where we are stuck in actually, the gap analysis and all.
Gap analysis and SWOT analysis. So you need to know actually that the project scope, correct? And maybe high level scope, for example. But maybe see now, there are uncertainties in the project. Yes or no? Because for finding the solution and also to achieve the project scope, the requirement or functionalities. So in this case, by understanding that, plus understanding the organization also, and you can plan which is the best approach. Because keep it in mind, maybe you have one project that you will use one approach, maybe another project, you may need to use another approach. Correct, no? So this is very important. So that also need to understand that what is the best approach. That needs some analysis actually, understanding. Right, we are going to discuss that also. Then project governance, for example, the rules and that is governance, norms, responsibilities. So this is all governance. And also project issues, how you are going to manage the project issues, and also knowledge transfer. It's very important now to transfer the knowledge, the training, the mentoring, preparing the documents like operation and maintenance, for example. And also that see that task 17, plan and manage project, close. So what you have to do before closing the project. Domain 3, it is not least one, business environment, right? Only 8%, but it plays a vital role in the project management. So now manage project complaints to the requirements, like for example, the environment, IT, for example, right? The health, for example, and political, for example, and evaluate and deliver the project benefits and value. So project benefit and value, it's very important now in project management. Task 3, evaluate and address external business environment changes for impact on scope. Changes, how it is impacting to the scope. So you need to do some impact analysis against the scope, schedule, and cost also. And see now the task 4, support organizational change. Organizational change, how it's impacting to the project. So that's all about our what do you call the exam content outline. So what do you call this is the document? You should read that also. Exam content outline. Yeah, ECO. ECO. Have you heard about this or have you seen this ECO? ECO. Exam outline. You can download from our portal, IMC portal, or you can ask to Michelle to. She will do that needful now to give you this copy. No, ECO. Exam content outline. Forward. So we are now okay. Any doubt so far? Any doubt? Anything?
No, sir.
Clear, no? Understanding that. Let's just we start only. Yeah. And right. Section 2. Yes. So what are the yes, introduction to project and project management. So keep it in mind. So what are the reference guide we are using? What are the reference guide we are using?
PMBOK.
Yeah, that is PMBOK. What is PMBOK?
Management body of
knowledge. Yeah. So now 6th edition and also the 7th edition is available now. So we are now studying actually mix of 6 and 7. And
will you be sharing that 2 editions actually? Nancy, will you be sharing the guide for PMBOK?
Yeah, yes, you can download from our portal. Yeah, from IMC portal you can download. If any problem in downloading, you can contact our Michelle now to give you that list. Which will do the need. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
I am also one of the contributor in this PMBOK 7th edition. That 7th edition, you can see myself inside the contributors list. Right. So introduction to project and project management. So clear up to now, PMBOK 6th edition and 7th edition. And now nowadays, see, the PMP exam now is not based on one book. Now PMP exam is based on 10 books. So if I say that, okay, you should read this PMBOK 6th edition, you should read 7th edition, it's not like that actually. The exam is now changed. It is based on 10 reference guide. Right? But mostly we need to refer the PMBOK 6th edition and 7th edition. And also that that the way we are teaching and also our course material is based on all the references. So don't worry about that actually. And you have to read PMBOK plus you have to read our course if you have time. So introduction to project and project management. Relax and are you okay now? Are getting any difficulty or cool down?
Good, sir. We can continue.
Yes. One simple question I would like to ask you. What is a project? What is a project? What do you think? Every day, maybe you are the project manager managing a project, but maybe you feel this is a simple question, but very important question as well, right? So what is a project?
Any tasks or processes coming together is combining all is called a
to achieve a goal.
So I'll say that somebody said that to, for example, achieve a goal. Yeah. Then
I would like to say, sir, project is like a blueprint, sir, where we have all the details, and finally we try to achieve the output by means giving attention to those details. I can say just like a blueprint.
Output, okay. Then yes, enough, because we cannot wait for more responses because our time limit. Yes. Right. So keep this in your mind always. A project means it is a temporary action. Always keep it in your mind. Temporary endeavor means action. Is it a permanent action? It is only a temporary action. Is temporary means it has start date and end date. Or the project. You cannot go the project like no indefinite. Correct? Can you go project like no? It's like no continue, maybe like no, it will continue. No, we have to start. We must start. So that's the reason you will define a start date and you will define a finish date. For example, you will start, for example, January 10th, 2021 and December 30th, 2022. A project, right? This is the way you should plan your project. So this is a temporary, so that's the reason. And it is undertaken to create a unique product. Is it right? It is creating a unique product. So it's very important again. It is creating a unique product, service, or result. So what is a unique product? You are developing, for example, a product, software product, HR software. So that is a product, building, for example. So what is service? You are providing a service. For example, what is service we can provide to the community, for example, transportation, for example. Correct?
Facility management, any services, subcontracting to other companies.
Companies, yeah. Service, any service related, right? And sometimes you are developing a project for some research, for example. So that company will do that, complete the project. They will come up with some result and also some recommendation. Then you can take some action against the result. So this way we have three. One is product, and there is service, and there is result. So keep this always in your mind. It has start and finish date, and it will create either a product or service or result. And can you have a project without a project objective?
No.
No.
No. Everything has objective. Why we are planning a travel? You are planning a travel to go to, for example, from Dubai to Abu Dhabi, for example. And so what is that the purpose of making a plan? You should have some objective, right? So you will prepare your plan to have some objective. So what is the ultimate your objective is to achieve the goal, for examples. Maybe you have to reach there and you have to get, or you have to meet someone, for example. So that will be having some objectives. Very important again. And also this will be a unique product. Correct. At the end, you are able to create a new product. Correct. I will ask you one question. Can you give an example for a project?
Constructing a rig.
Training is also a project.
Constructing, for example, constructing a Burj Khalifa was once upon a time a project. Correct. And so many projects, for example, you are building software. Correct. No, so many projects. So see now the project has start and finish date. In your organization, there are two things you must have. So what are they? So this
Operations and projects.
Projects, yes. Operations and project. Project is for developing something, and operation is for what purpose? To sustain the business. Correct. So once you completed a project, where the project goes, where the project output goes,
to the end customers or?
Yes, to the operation, or it goes to the live environment, for example, right? So that means you will transition, you will transfer these products coming from the project to the operations. So what is the meaning of operation in this case? Is it temporary? Operation is temporary?
No, it's permanent.
No, it's permanent.
It is permanent, or we can say that it's an ongoing activity, correct? Repeating.
Yeah.
Can you say one example for the operation in your organization?
Invoices.
I'll say that, for example, marketing department, sales,
Can we say everyday activities which are
HR,
going-
correct? HR, for example. So this is the operations. For example, you are developing a HR payroll system. It's a product, right? So you will plan a project, for example, 1 year project. So after that 1 year, they will develop, the contractor, for example, or third party will develop a product. That product will go to HR department for the operational activities, correct? So that's the difference between project and operation. Project is temporary endeavor, and to create unique product, service, or result, it has start date and finish date. So what about operation? Operation is continuous, right? Ongoing, repetitive. So that is the difference between project and operations. Operation is always to sustain the business, right? So if you have many projects, you can see that, no, you can see that changes in the organization, correct? Maybe that, for example, your organization always start with and having many projects, that executing many projects, they will reach to a bigger, wider, spectrum, for example, profit, for example, and organization will expand. They have many offices now, and also the number of employees increase, for example. So this is a way we can expect. We can see that the change is happening from yesterday's state to the current state because of the many projects there. Right. So a project is always giving either tangible or intangible benefit. For example, Burj Khalifa is once upon a time it was it's a project. Now it is a building, and it has two types of benefits, for example, tangible benefit and intangible. So what is the meaning of tangible benefit? Tangible, that means we can measure it. For example, monetary benefit. Monetary benefit. What about intangible? Intangible means trademark. So Burj Khalifa is one of the biggest, what is the tallest building in the world, right? Burj Khalifa. So that is actually a trademark. So we can have that tangible benefit or intangible benefit, right? So moving forward, always a project will give some change. It is temporary, and also it will create a business value. See now, so what is the meaning of business value? See, I said to you that a project to develop HR system, and when you have the HR system in place, so what is the benefit you are getting? Because you are using the HR software, or sales software, you are increasing the sales. Before it was like 40%. Because of the new system, you are able to increase the sales of 20% now. You are able to increase. So that is actually the business value. You got the point? How we can increase the business value to the organization because of the project and also the project output. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Right. So what is the reason for having the project? So it can be because to meet a regulatory, legal, or social requirements. So you are planning a project, maybe because of the legal requirements. Correct, no? For example, tax related. social requirements committed to the community, for example, providing water. For example, now you will plan for a project. And also sometimes you're planning a project to satisfy the stakeholder requirements and needs. So you have many stakeholders and you need to satisfy that now their requirements, their needs and expectations. So that is the reason you are planning a project. And sometimes you want to create or improve or fix the product. Maybe you have some problem with the product, you want to fix that. Okay, you will start for 6-month project to fix that. So that is also a project. And also sometimes implementing or changing the business or technological strategy. For example, now you are using Oracle and now you are changing from Oracle to what is called any other, any database, for examples. Whatever this, for example, Unix or whatever this case. So that means you are changing from one technology to another technology for the improvement. So that is also a project. You want to implement artificial intelligence, for example. So that is also a project. So that is because of the technological advancement. So many, right? So many is now we have that reason to start the project. And so we can conclude that because of the market demand, you may plan to bring that, for example, what is called hybrid car in the market. Correct? No? So that is the market demand. Because of the market demand, you will plan to implement a project and also deliver the product to the market. Technology advancement, stakeholder demands, social need, environmental considerations, and also because of related with the environment and also the legal requirements. So what is the meaning of project management? What do you think? So you're all probably most of the people are involved in the project, or maybe you are like a junior project manager, senior project manager, and you're going to enter the project management. What are the case? So what do you think? What is the meaning of project management?
Effective delegation of the task in the management, in the project.
Delegating the task which is needed to manage a project. Yeah. What else?
Utilizing the skills and tools to get the desired output.
Yeah. Utilizing the appropriate, the correct tools and techniques to get the desired output. Yeah.
So understanding and identifying the right resources for the right task.
Yeah. Understanding the right resources needed for a project and to bring them on board to achieve the goal. Yeah, that is also required. Yeah, that is enough. Actually, you have the basic things, no? Yes. So this is, see now, project management is the application of the knowledge. Very important. Knowledge. You need to apply the knowledge. Knowledge in what sense? The knowledge of about the knowledge areas. Knowledge areas. So can you tell some of the knowledge areas in the project management? It's like a holistic. We can see so many things in the knowledge.
Understanding of the quality.
For example, knowledge about what is the knowledge areas?
Domain knowledge.
Domain knowledge, yes, you can apply. For example,
technical knowledge, domain knowledge.
Yes.
Knowledge about the business as well.
Knowledge about the business, knowledge about the technical side, knowledge about the industry side, correct? And that is very important. And also the skills. What are the skills you need to do a project management? Some of the tools, some of the skills, can you tell? Not the tools.
Functional or functional skills like elicitation or problem statements and all identifying.
So, for example, you can say that you said that problem solving, correct? Conflict solution, correct? Then communication skills, your soft skills, right? Very important, no?
Delegation of task.
Delegation of skills. Skills
Yes.
means
Managing team.
Team building and managing the team. Yes. Yes, that's all.
Motivational skills.
Yeah. Pardon?
Motivational skills to the employees.
Motivation. Yeah, you need to motivate the people. That's motivation is important, right? Without motivating the people, we cannot expect the miracles from the team, right? The motivation is now, it's very, we'll discuss that also. And so don't worry about this. So many skills we are going to discuss. What are the skills? I can say that problem solving, emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, team building, for example, right? Communication, for examples. And so many skills you need to have, no? Especially, I will tell you one of the important skills you have to develop is, can you tell, nowadays in this very stressful.
Analytical skills.
Yeah.
Analytical skills.
Analytical skill, that is also everything you have, for example. So if you don't have this skill, I will write down here.
People management skill.
People management. I will write one skill here. It's very important. Right.
Emotional skills.
Emotional. So what do you call this is actually emotional.
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence.
EQ.
EQ or EI, right? You may have like intelligent IQ. We may have SQ. Do you think that this is enough? If you don't have this EQ, emotional quotient, even if you have this, no. But if you have the EQ, more EQ and less IQ and SQ, yes, you can succeed, right? So EQ is very important. So what is EQ, emotional intelligence, EI? What is the meaning of emotional intelligence?
Sir, emotional intelligence in simple words, I can say is understanding others' emotions, and we have to treat in the way like they want it to be treated.
Yeah. And that is called empathy.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
I would say controlling the situation.
That is also one of the the elements in emotional intelligence, actually. That's true. That is true. So emotional intelligence means to understand about the emotions in you. First, you have to understand the emotions in you, right? And control the emotions in you. So if you have the ability to control the emotions in you, according to situations, and also you have the ability to understand the emotions of others and behave accordingly. See now that, so you have, that means you are able to identify the emotions in you and control and manage, and also you have the skill to understand for other people and to deal with them accordingly. So see that how beautiful the situation you can have this in your office, no? To manage the people. So emotional intelligence and also having that empathy within that emotional intelligence will guide you or lead you to become a good leader. Nowadays, the project manager is going to become a project leader, correct? We are coming to that point also. That is, instead of having the management, you should have that leadership skill. So we have to have both management skill and also leadership skill in order to manage a project successfully and also manage and lead a team successfully, correct? So project management means actually you as a project manager means you are managing a project and also you are leading a team. In this case, you need to have a emotional intelligence, empathy, influencing, so many things we'll discuss for the leadership skills. Right? Yes. So if you have taken the PMP examination or training, any of you have taken the training before?
No.
Any of you
No,
have?
sir.
No, right? So when you refer the PIM book 6th edition, have you heard about 6th edition? Have you seen, opened the book?
No, sir.
No. So
Seen
this
the book but never opened.
edition, you can see here now, PIM book 6th edition. The PIM book 6th edition is based on, very important, 10 knowledge areas. So how many knowledge areas in PIM book 6th edition? These are the knowledge areas. 10 knowledge areas, 5 process groups, and 49 process. So what are the 10 knowledge areas? 10 knowledge areas means integration management. Can you see now this? No. So let me zoom in. Yes. So many things we are going to discuss. Don't be get bored. Yeah. So because always I need your presence, active participation. Yeah. And because so many things need to discuss actually, because the information overloaded is not entertained. So I don't like that. So as much I can soften and reduce that information, I will try to do that. Yeah? Because we have the brain capacity and also the cognitive load. You know that cognitive load, right? Cognitive, because and after some time, for example, after like 20 minutes, we feel, because we, you know that the concept of after we start now, after 20 minutes, our load is now maximum actually, cognitive load. Then I will give you some sort of small break actually after 20 minutes. That means not break means not the physical break, like some sort of discussions or connections. Then we can start again. So you need also a sort of the pause after 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes you need to have some pause and to refill again. So that is the break. So that is called a break or breathe. So that is after 20 minutes. We will try that. Right. Okay, so what are the 10 knowledge areas you should learn now itself? Integration management, that is integration, I will say that. Scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communication, risk, procurement, and stakeholder. So what are they? Can you tell now? 10 knowledge areas. Integration, scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communications, risk, procurement, and stakeholder. So these 10 knowledge areas. Yeah, try to understand this, because all the time these knowledge areas come in your mind. I'll give you 1 minute, and you can, if you want, you can write down this in your book to recollect it. Integration, number 1. Number 2 is scope. Number 3 is schedule. Number 4 is cost. 5 quality. 6 resource. 7 communication. 8 risk. 9 procurement, and 10 stakeholder. Yes. Yes, I think you're able to recollect those. It's okay, fine, and just keep it in your mind. And also the next day, will let us discuss that. What are the knowledge areas? So keep it in mind. We have 10 knowledge areas, and this knowledge areas, how you are going to handle. That means we need to have 5 process groups. That means project. I can say that phases, for example. Yeah. Process group. This is called the 5 process groups. So what are the 5 process groups? That means you have to start your project. That means initiating the project. You need to have that initiating the project. Initiating the project. Initiating. Next is the project. Planning. Somebody is message. 1 second. Let me check the message. Yeah. Right. Whoever is having some connection issues, please resolve from our side. It seems right. Okay. So if you have some questions in our WhatsApp group, and I will answer in later stage. Yeah. So, right. Good. Okay. So initiating, planning, then executing, then monitoring and controlling, then closing. See now, initiating the project, then we have the planning the project, then we have monitoring and controlling. All the time we need that. Sorry, initiating, planning, executing, then monitoring and controlling, and closing. So this is the way we have 5 process groups: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing the project. So what are the process groups? Can you please tell anyone?
Initiating, planning,
Executing.
monitoring, closing.
Monitoring and controlling. Closing.
Monitoring and controlling is applicable for all the other. Remain correct for all. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because a project must go through this 5 stages actually. So this is called a process group. Why it is called a process groups? Because we have many process
Initiating process.
manage a project. So how many process we need to have as per the PMP 6th edition? 49. For example, one process, develop a project charter. It's a process. And control schedule is a process. Develop project management plan is a process. So how many process we have?
49.
49 process. So this is called a skeleton of PMP 6th edition. So PMP 6th edition is based on 10 knowledge areas, 5 process groups, and 49 process. Clear the concept?
Yes, sir.
Right. If I ask you this, for example, and what is this? Knowledge area, correct? And what is this?
Process.
5 process groups, right? You can see that project management process groups. And what are these inside? These are the process, 49 processes, right? Okay. So this all will go to, right? So what is the meaning of process? What do you think? Yeah, what is the meaning of process?
A set of instructions, maybe.
Process. So process means actually predefined
Tasks.
activities. I said that predefined
Group of tasks.
predefined actions. Yeah, actions. See now, any process, if you take one process, for example, you're taking one process, taking one process, any process. So this process, as I said, it may need some predefined actions. That means what will be that? So it needs some, what do you think? Some inputs. Yes or no?
Yes.
Need some input. For example, I will say that your this process, for example, process is to cook that your chicken curry, for example, cooking the chicken curry, right? This is the process. You have some process. So what are the input for that cooking the chicken curry? You may need chicken. You may need spices, water. So these are the inputs you for this. So what will be the output? So we are getting
good.
Yes, this is called output. You'll get a chicken curry. That's output, correct? And so this is normally a process. So a process has input and output. So this is normally we call it is an E2. So here the process. So this process, as I said you that this process always has what do you need? Okay. Tools and techniques. Correct. You have to use some techniques and tools, correct? How to cook the the chicken, for example. So this is the way you will have a process. So a process has input, tools and techniques, and output. For you to remember, you can keep it like this: ITTO. What is ITTO? ITO. ITO means input, tools and techniques, and output. Yeah, just for you to remember this. Right. So moving forward now, this is all our the process chart. We call it a process chart as per the PIM book 6th edition. Right. Okay. Now, okay, this is what we discussed, difference between project and operations. Right. Are you okay? We can, you need a 5 minutes break. You can have 5 minutes break. Are you okay?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, sir.
We can take 5 minutes break, yeah, short break, because our time is, so that is enough, right?
Yes.
Right. So we'll meet after the 5 minutes. That means we'll meet 8:55. Yeah? 8:55. What is your time? Based on that, we can plan. Just for a small warm up. Right.
Sure. Sure, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I can see Mohammed, Rajan, Deep. Who is CED? CED. CEDE, something. Need to hear. Deepak, Don, Jumana.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And Mazin, Mohammed.
Yes, here.
Yes, yes. Nikita, Pradeep, Rakesh,
Yes, sir.
Sheila, Rosale, Srinidhi, Simeon, and these are people I can see, and hope all are actively participating in this our discussion. Right? And so far, how do you feel?
I can connect the dots with my day-to-day life actually.
Yeah, yes, yes. So you are able to connect your the project management day-to-day activities, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Appreciate. It's good. Appreciate. Yeah. And what about others?
Yeah, I think, sir, you're making the session very interactive, sir, because it's not that you're only showing the presentation and you're talking something like two-way communication is really very important, and that is what is making me more interesting, sir.
Yeah. So just keep that interest till end of that our session, because as I said, we have mix of the knowledge actually. Sometimes because knowledge, maybe sometimes you feel that okay, it is not my domain. Maybe it's some other's domain. But end of the day, as a instructor, I have to satisfy all this our participant across the different industries internationally connected, right? So maybe if you think that, okay, this is not belong to my domain, but think that, okay, it's okay, because gaining some knowledge, correct? So keep all this in a very holistic way of understanding the concept. Thank you very much. Yeah. And what about others? Yes. Yeah, you can share some of this, how you are now understanding the concept. Yes, I will. Nagesh, how do you feel? Nagesh Singh. Okay.
Sir, you said Rakesh Singh?
Yeah, yes, yes.
But just now I spoke.
Okay. Sorry for that.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
right. And I'd like to ask you, Pradeep, are you connected? Or I had to.
Yes, yes,
Right,
yes.
right.
And I'm the first one to give the answer.
So I may call you sometimes in between, not
Not a problem. I do understand. It's like virtual sessions, right?
Yes. So good. And yes. And Deepak. So are you able to follow that, our discussions?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Jumana, is that Jumana Al-Zabi?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you feel that our session is any?
Yeah, able to follow up. Very excited and can definitely relate to what's happening in the organization and with my job role. So thank you.
Right. Good. So keep that, the momentum till end of our sessions, and even after that also, after the training, because you have to keep that momentum till you pass your PMP exam. So when you get that, the value from this training, once you complete the training, that is well and good, but you get the complete, the business value once you certify the PMP, right? Then, so keep your the momentum and enthusiasm to continue and also make use of this understanding the concept and also to pass your PMP exam on the first attempt. Yeah, right. So let us continue now our PMP exam preparation. Welcome back. So see now, visualize your organization now. And your organization has projects, correct? Yes or no? Your organization has project.
Yes, sir.
And project is managed by whom?
Project management.
Project manager. And so what is the objective of the project? To deliver something, right? Either product or service or result, correct? So that's the reason project manager is actively involved to manage the project to achieve the project objectives. So we have many projects in the organization. You can see some projects and other project and other project. Plus, what do you have apart from the project? What do you have in your organization? As you said before you answered this question actually in advance. Operation, right? You have operations. So visualize that your organization, you have many projects and operation also. And some of the projects, see that some of the IT projects, some project is related with some construction project, and some projects related with oil and gas. Keep that in your mind. So one project manager, and the project manager. So you have many project managers, many projects. So your organization is thinking, I have many projects. So what do you think these projects are isolated? Yes or no? Project manager managing one project, correct? So it is always good. The organization may think about how, or it is easy or it is useful if I take some related projects. For example, some related projects, maybe like projects related with IT, like software development, something like this. So they will take all this project together and manage through another hierarchy. So first what we have is projects. So let me try to draw for you this. Okay. So here we have, for example, many projects. So this project now, this is the project. And organization understand these three projects are related projects. and they may see that they may get some benefits instead of doing this project standalone, because it's all related projects, right? And this now separated. So what they will do is they will try to make on hierarchy to manage all these three projects, because it's a similar project, related projects. So that hierarchy is called program. So we have program here, and also they feel that these three projects, they're related projects. So they have under hierarchy now, again, the program 2, for example. So what is the meaning of program?
Is it like a group of relevant projects?
Excellent, yeah, excellent. It's a group of relevant projects, related projects. And also the program, you made a program in a way that you will get some benefit doing this, getting this benefit maybe more than the way you're managing a project separately. We got the point, right? If you manage the project separately, you will get that much useful or benefit in terms of, for example, return of investment. Because if you have a project, if you connect those projects under the umbrella of program, then you can utilize the shared resources, human power, and also money, tools and technique also. You can share the resources, correct? So that is the reason you will connect all this related project under the umbrella of program. So how many programs you have here? In our example, two programs. Two programs.
Sorry,
correct? Two programs. How many projects actually?
6 projects.
6 projects. And this is the operation. Yeah, this is the operation. So project is managed by who?
Project manager.
To achieve the project objective, and also giving some input for the organizational effectiveness or improvement, correct? That is, let it be there. And this program, so what is the program objective? What is the program objective? What is the program objective?
To get the benefits from the similar project.
Yeah.
To get a desired result.
Yeah, the program is actually, you see, you can expect some benefit, correct? Specific benefit, maybe the monetary benefit, no? So this benefit, so that is that actually I'll say that benefit, rather than managing separately. What are the benefit you plan, right? Okay, so who is managing the program? Have you heard about that? Program manager.
Manager, yeah.
Managed by project manager. Program is managed by program manager. So to manage project, what is certification? PMP. To manage the program, what is certification? Have you heard about that?
PGPM. Sorry, PMG.
PGMP.
PGPM.
PGMP. So we have now projects, then program, and also there is an operation here. Now see again, the organization is thinking, okay, I have program 1, 2, and also I have operations. So who is going to manage this? Who is going to prioritize to achieve the project organizational objectives? See, every organization has vision, mission, goal, objective, key performance, correct? KPI, key performance indicator, then metrics and measurement. Every organization, they will set their vision, correct? So in order to achieve the vision, they have to prioritize the project. Yes or no? Which project has to execute first? Because they have an organizational strategy. What is the meaning of strategy?
Following the set of rules.
It's a systematic target.
See, organization will plan a strategic objectives. Strategy means within a longer period of time. For example, 5-year period of time, the organization want to become so and so. Maybe, for example, the organization want to become one of the best telecom provider in the world, for example. So it will take 5-year or 10-year, whatever the case, correct? So that is the strategic plan. To achieve the strategic plan, what they need, the organization may need, every day what they have to do, that is a short-term plan. Yes or no? So that short-term plan is called operational plan. And also they will make a medium level plan, mid-term, for example, like 6 months, every 6 months, what they have to achieve. So that is called a tactical plan. So every organization may need to have operational plan, then a tactical plan, then finally they have to reach so and so, that is a strategic plan. Every organization is preparing that strategic plan because they want to become something excellent. Number one, like, so that is the strategic plan. So every organization will define what is the strategy, correct? No, because they have vision, for example. So in this case, the organization cannot leave as it is like projects. They will plan to have another hierarchy. So that is called, can you tell what is that hierarchy? That hierarchy is called a portfolio. So that means they will pick the program, this program also, and also they will take the operation altogether. And also if any other projects is standalone project, that also they will take and also connect with this. This is called a portfolio. So if you have the portfolio in the organization, whoever is managing the portfolio, that means a portfolio manager is managing a portfolio. So what is certification for the portfolio? That is PFMB. Have you heard about that? PFMB? Portfolio management. That is certification from PMI. So portfolio always prioritize the project. Why they are prioritizing? To achieve the organizational strategic goal. Clear now this concept? So we have the portfolio. Portfolio is probably like some divisions, for example. Yeah. And then we have the program. Program, I said, for example, I can say that maybe like what you call IT programs, right? Programs. See now that ICT, for example, and quality, for example, communication, for example. So this is the programs you can. So we have portfolio, we have the program, then we have project. So portfolio is connecting what? Programs and operations and isolated project. Because if you have any project which is not part of any of this program, then it will go to part of the portfolios. So portfolio. So see now we have the portfolio. So how to manage all these portfolios, program and projects. So you need to have some framework. So what is the framework we call? That framework is called Organizational Project Management, OPM. Any framework. What is the meaning of framework? What is the meaning of framework? Framework means
it's a design.
Yeah, that means you will set some rules, policies, some norms, some responsibilities, some roles. Correct? So if you have something like that, then it will go easy. Correct? No? Because organization can achieve the organization goal. So you can use an organizational project management, OPM. So the OPM is a framework. Don't confuse that. OPM is simply a framework, not a division at all. It's a framework. So that's the reason you have PMO. Do you have PMO in the organization? PMO?
Yes.
So see, sometimes you may have the PMO. What is the PMO actually? Center of Excellence, correct? Center of Excellence or division within the organization to manage program portfolios, correct? They will set some rules and regulations. They will provide you the training. They will provide you, or they will tell about which is the best method you have to use, best practice you have to use. Yeah. So this is the OPM, Organizational Project Management. See now, Organizational Project Management and simply the Project Management. So in your organization, Project Management and also Organizational Project Management or OPM. So keep that in your mind, always the hierarchy. Yeah? So OPM is like an umbrella. See now, OPM is like an umbrella. Can you see this picture I am drawing?
Yes, sir.
So where I can draw this OPM? OPM is like a framework, it's a shield. So I will draw the OPM here. Then what else under this? We have this. What is this? Portfolio, program, and project.
Project.
This is portfolio. Portfolio. This is program. And this is project. So what is the shield here? The OPM, correct? OPM, because your organization may have vision, correct? Yes or no? Vision. You have to achieve that your organization goal, vision, right? Keep that in your mind. So what that I will ask you one question. Is project is giving anything to that no to achieve the vision?
Yes.
Yes. So what that OPM is giving?
Support.
Support, or they will give some what is called alignment each other, because they have to tell about which is the best. Correct, no? Because this portfolio is actually giving you some advice, for example. Use this. So portfolio is giving that, okay, use. We are using, for example, what we call the risk management. We are using some approach. So everywhere, for example, in the portfolio level, in the program level, in the project level, you must use this methodology. Okay, you want to use Agile? Okay, so you want to use any other framework, for example, Scrum. So many things, right? So that is the reason we are having a PMO here. The role of PMO for achieving the organizational objective or to maintain the business environment to make everything successful in terms of the portfolio, in terms of the program, or in terms of the project. Clear this concept?
For becoming a PMO also, is there any certification?
Becoming the PMO, first you complete your PMB first. Understand that what is needed for a project, how to be effectively you can control a project. Then you can slowly move to the PMO, because PMO is always connected with business environment. How to make a business environment to make the remaining all this hierarchy level, for example, portfolio, program, or project successfully. Sometimes your organization may have only program and project, then there is a PMO. Sometimes your organization may have project and PMO only, right? But slowly the PMO will think about to create the program hierarchy also. So program, project, then PMO can successfully manage all the project and program and giving the value to that organization. And also that this is very important, the perceived value. It's very important. I want to tell you this perceived value. Because every stakeholder, they're expecting some benefit from this project. If you are managing a project, you may have many stakeholders, correct? Coming from outside, coming from inside also within the organization. If you are unable to identify the stakeholder, if you are unable to identify the requirements, needs, and expectation, if you cannot meet the requirements, it is going to be a question mark in later stage in the project management. So that is very important. As early as possible, you need to identify the requirement, set the functions, because what is the role of the PMO? To set the functions. And also then slowly you have to achieve those, that object project, what is called the stakeholder requirements. So in order to meet the stakeholder requirements, you cannot meet all the requirements. You need to prioritize the requirements according to the business value. Correct. Right. Moving forward. Yes, this is all we discussed now. Portfolio, program, projects. And this is what we discuss about the shared resources. We can use the shared resources for all this now, managing the project and go to that hierarchies. Right. So strategy, don't forget the strategy is nowadays important for the organization, right? Strategic achievement. Right. So we seen everything now. See now that alignment is important, right? And, right. Operations management. Right. So at one stage, project operation. So what is actually a product? So a project life cycle. So what is the project life cycle? Can you tell anyone the project life cycle?
Maybe it starts with design.
Yes, it starts with analysis.
The phases.
Design, yes.
Measure.
Then you will execute or build, for example.
Build, then test.
Then you will do test. Then you will do deployment.
Then maintenance.
Then you will deployment. Then you will
maintain and control.
Deployment, no, you know that, no, test and deployment. Then you can deliver, correct, no? Then you can close the project, correct, if you want to close it. Correct, no? So that you will use it for the operations. You can transfer this to the operations, correct? You will transfer this to the operations. So what about a product life cycle?
Then the same thing like feasibility, like initiation, initial study.
Product life cycle. See, you will see now, this is a project life cycle. Once you complete this, for example, if there is create a iPhone version is, for example, version 13. It's a project. So that you know that they completed the project, now the product is ready, version 13 is ready. So where it comes, for example, this is time and this is now sales, correct? Market, for example. So they will introduce this product, correct? They will launch the product, correct, into the market, correct? So this is called introduction. After introduction, what is next? Then it is, there is growth. Correct. After the growth, then what is that?
It will maturity.
Then there is maturity. After the maturity, there is it will decline. Excellent. Yeah, it will decline. So, do you think that the service provider or the product, no, the owner or the provider or the manufacturer will keep silent and they will allow to decline the product from the market and they will sleep? No. So they will know that there is a point where the sales becomes decreased. That means customer is now, okay, they are saturated with this product because they want to see another version of the product with more functionalities. So that means they will start now new project. Yes or no? Before decline the product from the market, they in advance, they will start new project. But point, right? So what the project will deliver? A product. What the project will deliver? A product, correct? That is coming to the operations. So that is actually the difference between project life cycle and product life cycle. So product life cycle is introduction, growth, maturity, then decline, right? So keep that in your mind also. See now, a project life cycle will go through 5 stages of our process groups. What are they? Initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and control, and closing. Don't forget that this is internationally accepted. Everybody is using this because a project must go through, right? Clear. Right. So have you heard about project life cycle? Yes. A project will go through different phases, correct? Initiating, So what are this? Analysis, design, build, test, deploy, deliver, and close or operation, whatever the case. But the project phase, you may say that, okay, phase 1. What is the phase 1? Maybe analysis. Phase 2, design, for example, right? You as a project manager can decide no, what is that, how many phases for your project. And also the duration of the phases, the name of the phases, this is all you can decide. See now, the one point, for example, you completed the analysis. After complete the analysis, then you must go to design. So after completing the analysis, that is the product analysis, the requirement and all these things. So what do you have to do? You can straight away start the next phase. So you'll complete the analysis, then you can go to design. Can you start immediately after analysis? You can start design?
No.
No. So what you should do?
Design review.
Yes, you have to submit all the analysis report. So whatever you've done to the higher management, the upper management, correct? For what purpose? The purpose is evaluate and decide go or no go. Go or no go decision. Go or stop. Correct? It's very important, which you are expecting from the management, upper management, after the reviewing the documents. They will review the document, then they can decide go or no. So this point is always called a phase gate. Phase gate, yeah. Review point to decide to move forward or stop. Right. So project management, process, we've seen that, process groups and knowledge areas. All this you are clear with this project, yeah. Right. So this is what we seen here in this project life cycle. So see now, this is starting the project, organizing, carrying out the work. That means doing the work, executing, and ending the project, closing the project, right? So you have the process groups and executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. And this is actually dealing with 10 knowledge areas, because any of this 10 process, initiating, we have some process, planning some process, related with some of the knowledge areas, correct? So this is actually the relation between the knowledge areas, process groups, and also different phases, phase gate, and all this in your project management. Right. Yes. So have you heard about how you're doing the present situation of the project? So you will do analysis, yes or no? You will do analysis, for example. After analysis, what do? You will do design. After design, what do you do?
Build.
You will build it. After build, what do you do?
Test.
You will test it, for example. Then you can plan for the deployment. No, so many know you have to make the platform ready for the deployment. Then you can what do you call the deliver? Correct. So this is just like, see, this is like a, what do you call this? If you look at your if you are going for a picnic, you will see this. Oh, this is very good. The water is coming from from up to down. So what do you call this?
Waterfall.
Waterfall. So this is just like a waterfall. So this is the approach, waterfall. So this is called a predictive life cycle. Predictive. That means if you have a project where everything you can predict, the scope, the time, the cost, the quality, everything you can predict, that approach is the predictive life cycle or predictive project management. Have you heard about this? Predicting or waterfall. At present, are you doing this type of project management? because you will complete one. That means it is like a, what you call, it is sequential, right? You will finish one, then go to another one, go to another one, go to another one. So what do you feel? What do you think this is good? Because nowadays we have like the changing, that the requirements, technology changing, regulation changing. So can you plan in advance nowadays in this ambiguity environment, changing environment, uncertainty environment? What do you think? Yes. Hello. Yeah. Yes, Mohammed, you browse waterfall mode, right? Yeah. So if you have this ambiguity, so what we will call it, we are unable to predict anything. So that is called adaptive. Adaptive. So adaptive method is called agile. Have you heard about agile? Have you heard about agile method? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. So we are coming to that point. So waterfall, now agile. So what is agile? So agile means, see, we will take a portion. See, now this is the waterfall, take for example 1 year. So 1 year, how many deliverables, and when you are getting the feedback? Only at the last stage.
End of the project.
You are getting that last stage, the feedback. So that is too late now, because to correct anything, to change anything, it is going to be cost. You have to meet the cost. And also it is too late to do the change. Now, if for example, you have to deliver these big things, now you are decomposing these things into small increments. You are not going to deliver one time. You are going to deliver iteratively. So what do you call? Iterations. Iterations. Iteratively. You will repeat many iterations. And also you will deliver incremental products, small pieces of, for example, a software. So for example, a website you have to deliver. So in the website, you will just deliver with some 10% of functionality. But with this website, the company can start their business. So that is very important. When you deliver something, you have to think about that I am delivering a business value to the organization or to the company, because the company is always thinking to start whatever you delivered. They are always expecting to start their business value, their benefit. So that means you will repeat many times and you will deliver incremental product. So this is called agile or adaptive. So how many approach we have nowadays? Waterfall or predictive, agile or adaptive. When you mix these two, waterfall and agile, so that is called hybrid approach. So we have hybrid. So what do you think, which is the best one?
Hybrid.
Hybrid. Which is the safest one?
Hybrid.
Hybrid. The blend of waterfall and agile you can use, and because sometimes you have some components you can predict, you can plan everything in advance, maybe some sort of construction, for example, and maybe that you can plan for the waterfall. Maybe some changes you may feel that, okay, I have to do some changes, for example, improvement, by seeing that after getting the feedback, then I can improvise, because maybe technology is changing, the requirement changing. So that case, agile. So you can always mix these two, waterfall and agile. So that is called the hybrid. Let me ask you one question, giving some examples. And so you have to tell which is the best approach you can implement. One project. In that project, I will tell you number one. Number one, yes, I don't have that one project. It's a software project. Software project. In this software project, so what do you? The organization is saying that no, we are not For example, artificial intelligence, say that artificial intelligence, you have to implement, but see, you have to deliver maybe like take some small, then deliver this. By looking at that, then we can tell some more changes. Then by looking at that, it can go like that. So that is one project. The second project is build a house. Build a house. So this is what we have to construct. The third project is build a house. Build a house. And but think that the infrastructure, that the design and all these things need to be because it is a house with 5-storied. 5-storied. So you should build incrementally. For example, complete first floor. Maybe because in later stage, we may need to use, for example, technologies in the building in terms of, for example, some materials, the design also. So need to do some changes in this case. So what do you think, in which cases you can apply Agile?
First and third.
First and third. Okay. So where you can apply that waterfall?
In the second one.
In the second one, correct.
Because the instructions are very clear.
Clear, right? You got the point. Now you understand the difference between waterfall and Agile. And also if you have something like, you see this, some of the mixed case, you can use the hybrid approach. That is a blend of waterfall and Agile. Because in these two cases, number one and number two, you will get some feedback from the customer, then you can change according to the feedback, correct? So that means if incrementally, what do you call, you will do, for example, waterfall is like this, correct? You have this, you will start analysis, design, build, test. So what you will do is in Agile project, it goes like this. So in this one iteration, what you will do? Analysis, design, build, test, then deliver a small portions. Again, you will analysis, design, build, and then deliver. So at the end, you are able to deliver. That means you already have done all this functionalities completed, right? So which method is good, giving more business value to the customer?
Agile.
This or this method? Which one? First or second?
Agile will give us
Agile will give, yeah, because the customer has some, the door is open for doing changes, and also you can incorporate, for example, the policies changing, technology changing, procurement changing. Correct. So many things in between it happens, right?
And delivery to the customer, the product will be also faster because we will be dividing into pieces, right?
Correct, correct. Also, it's very important because you can, as you said, that you can deliver that, the business value at the earliest, correct? You can prioritize requirements and deliver that the most, that what you call the prioritize the requirement that you can implement, you can build and deliver the customer. Customer can immediately receive the benefit from that, right?
Yes.
Any questions so far? Anything? Any question? Any question? Any questions? Yes, this all will be completed. Yes. Okay. Yes. So let me ask you now. I will draw 3 boxes here. So we learned now knowledge areas. So how many knowledge areas?
10.
10.
10 knowledge areas. Then we learned about process groups. Don't be confused.
5.
5 process groups. We learned about processes. How many processes?
49.
49 processes. So this is all about what? We will see this in book. 6. PIM book 6. This all will not see like this in big book 7th editions. You got the point, yeah? Will not see like this. It is a different way of, no, if you have seen the PIM book 7th edition, you will not see like that. This is all merged actually. They have now what is called, it's all merged, and it's like a comprehensive edition of 7th edition. So if you clearly understand what is there in the PIM book 6th edition, your project management life is going to be very easy, and also it is very easy for you to pass your PIM book PMB exam. And also the moment you start reading the PIM book 7th edition, it will be very easy and piece of cake. But if you don't understand the concept, and also you are not following the PIM book 6th edition, the moment you read the PIM book 7th edition, maybe you will not understand completely, the concept. So keep that in your mind. So you are having some advantage because just trying to use this both, right? PIM book 6th edition and also PIM book 7th edition. Maybe later stage, we are going to change that our course material. In that case, that the training will not be like that. It is purely based on the PIM book 7th editions. So you have the advantage to know about what is there in the PIM book 6th edition. Because I really tell you that PIM book 6th edition have that fundamental knowledge if you can understand from PIM book 6th editions, and that is effectively you can use for your project management career. Right. So what is the classical project management, traditional project management? Is it agile or waterfall?
It's an agile
Classical.
basically, but
what is the classical? That means it's a traditional project management. What is that?
Waterfall model.
Waterfall.
This is waterfall. Waterfall. So what is it? Innovative project management? Innovative.
Hybrid.
Creativity and all this. That is agile. Yeah?
Agile.
Nowadays, keep it in mind, organization is trying to move from waterfall approach to innovative project management. Because of this, these are the reasons, yeah, to create the business value at their list, and also they can incorporate so many things. For example, after some time, they feel that it is not going to give any business value, they can even terminate that also, right? So that will go like an iteratively incremental. So that means iterations and incremental. So in between, we are getting two processes. So we have, for example, we are getting waterfall or predictive. Then we have that, for example, iterative, then incremental, then we have like agile or predictive, waterfall or agile or adaptive. Sorry for that, adaptive. Waterfall for predictive, and the last one is hybrid. So this is good. You can understand this concept also like that. So waterfall, iterative, incremental, agile, and hybrid. Right. So when I talk about, see now we are talking about so many knowledge. So the integration I talk about, like integration, right? I will come to that point. Then we have the scope. So what is the meaning of scope in a project?
The mission of the project, basically.
You will develop the scope. Yeah, you will develop the scope statement, for example. That means actually the functionalities. Then what about scope? Then schedule or schedule. Yeah. So normally we'll call schedule.
Start and end time of the project or the activities in the project.
Yes. So scope, that means how much time you need to complete a project. And what about the cost?
How many people we need, or what is the how much we should recruit and all.
How much money, how much fund you need to complete the project, right? Then what about, you will talk about the quality. So what is the meaning of quality? What are the complaints you need, correct? and for the customer, and also to make a better product, and also to improve that actually the organizational and also the project. The moment the organization also thinking about the quality, and it can reflect in the product and service, correct? Quality. Then what do you need? The resources. So what are the resources you need for a project? I will say that 3M concept. What is 3M concept?
Man, money,
Manpower,
Manpower,
money, and
money, power, and material.
materials.
Materials, right? And machineries and materials. Resources. Then what do you need? Very important. You need to have a better communication strategy.
Yes.
Correct? How to communicate with the people. So what
stakeholder.
get a stakeholder, like reports, correct? No, that presentations, meetings. So what do you think a project manager is communicating? You have seen that so many times. No, the project manager is communicating meetings, presentations, submitting the report, for example, project status report, correct? Ad hoc meeting, planned meeting, meeting to the stakeholder, meeting to that supplier, to the end user, meeting to that sponsor, correct? No, so many things he is doing that. Communications. That means project manager is always busy with communications. So what else next? After that, you need to have communication. Then risk management. What is the risk? Uncertainty. Then what do you have to have in the project? After risk, you need to procurement. You need to procure something for your project, right? Maybe you need to bring a third-party contractor to do the work, right? Procurement. Then what about stakeholder? So how many now we learned? This all, how many is there? Up to this?
10.
Up to this. Without this integration?
9.
9. So how you are going to combine all this to complete your project? So that means you need to execute your project, monitor and control your project, and close the project as a project manager. Correct? So this is, we'll discuss in the integration part. So what do you think, where is the main role of a project manager? Is it integration or it is scope, schedule, cost, quality? What do you think? In which knowledge area a project manager?
Integration.
What do you think?
I think he comes under scope and schedule.
So as a project manager, you are here. And what do you think, in which knowledge areas you have to have a better focus?
If we are focusing on, as a project manager, if we are focusing on integration, scope, schedule, cost, everything will get covered.
Right. Yes. So that means actually, yes. So you have to have a better focus on how effectively you can integrate all this. This is, I will call, subsidiary. So this is, integration is the parent. These are the children. You got the point? Integration is the forest and this is the trees. You got the point? So project manager need to integrate all this to effectively manage, execute, control, monitor, and close the project. Yeah, keep that in your mind. Right. Right. Moving forward, and yes. So yes. So let me just yes, we'll have some. We have training up to right 10:30, right? 10 or 10:30. You forget that.
It's still 12 a.m. IST.
Yes. So we have now yes. Right. So you are not, you are okay, right? Still you are with full energy, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. See now, see, you are a project manager. Now what you have to do is you need to collect data. Yes or no? For what purpose you are collecting the data? To do?
To draw insights from that data.
You will, before you said
For analysis.
Analysis, right? Remember that. You said analysis. So you have to do the analysis. For what purpose you are doing the analysis?
To determine the
any
outcome.
of the problem
Yes.
statement.
Yes, to understand. After the analysis, you will have some, what do you call, what do you have? You make a report. Yes or no? Yes or no? You will make a report. Correct. Yes. That report you do, you will provide this, communicate to the
Builders.
yes. For example, I will say that stakeholder, right? Parties. So where you analysis. No need. Yeah. So we have the analysis. So where you can collect the data? You as a project manager, we have so many processes here, right? We have initiating, for example. Then we have planning. We have executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. So in which process groups you can collect the data, raw data?
Might be in initiation or planning phase.
Think about that, because you want to know that what is the actual the work done. How many error you find?
Okay.
That is an execution
planning phase. In the
planning is for the planning that you plan.
In execution phase.
In the executing, you are collecting the raw data. Yes or no?
Yes.
So that
in monitoring and controlling phase.
Yeah. And also we'll use collect the data. I just write this also here, collect the data. So that data is called work performance data, WPD. You got the point? You are collecting the data to do the analysis. So this is called work performance data. So you collect it. For example, you completed, see now on today is, for example, 13th April. So you understand that you completed 30% work completed. So this is what you understand, for example. Yeah. So what you will do is now you will do the analysis. How you are doing the analysis? That means you are comparing with planned versus actual. Yes or no?
Yes.
Analysis you will do. So when you do analysis, you understand that your planned was 40%, sorry, 37%. How much you completed now? Only
30%.
80%.
7%.
So what is the difference? What is the difference?
7% deficient.
7% is the difference. So that is now you are getting this is, what is this actually? So from this data, you are getting this information. Yes or no? That is called work performance information, PI. You got the point? So you are making the data and in a information format. So what is next? This is now you need to, you will hide it is, or you have to open it. You have to submit to your project team, you have to submit the sponsor, you have to submit to the stakeholder, and maybe you have to update to that your the dashboard, for example. For example, your dashboard also you're maintaining to communicate your project status, correct? Dashboard like the different styles and graph chart and etc. Right? So this is, you will make a report. So that report is called work performance report. Have you heard about that? Don't forget this in your project management life. So this is the way you will make a report. So why this report is because you can submit this, and also you can take an action plan to control from the disaster to pre-disaster condition, correct? If the project is going smooth and perfect, there is no action in it. You want to do some proactive or some corrective or some defect repair, that you can plan accordingly, correct? So what are that, what is called analysis? So that means you are having a data or performance data. then you have the information, work performance information, then report. You can use so many methods to communicate, dashboard, like Excel or graph, chart, whatever the case. Or you will submit, you will call for a meeting and you will discuss presentation or whatever the case, correct? So this is, we are using so many, what is called the level of the data and the information and report. Clear this concept? Throughout the project management, you must use this because Nafis Khan is, yes, please ask question. Mohammed, yeah.
Sir, it is before.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Before, yeah, yes, it's all right. Right, now you got the point, right? As a project manager, you should be very effectively, actually collecting the data, do the analysis, and so many things we are going to study in this actually. Now just understanding the fundamentals in project management. Maybe after next class onwards, we are going to see so many things. We can do this. So we'll see that what are the analysis and how we can prepare the report and how we can submit the stakeholder and how we can take that action plan against that. Any question? Any questions? Yeah. So let me ask this. In which process we will do analysis? So we have planning, initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing.
Executing.
So in executing, we'll collect data. And where we do that analysis, in which actually process groups. Analysis. We have a patient. Who is the patient now? Project. Who is the doctor? Project manager is the doctor. So where is your clinic? In project management, what is your where is your clinic?
It's in control, measure and control phase.
Yes, monitor and control.
Sorry, monitor and control.
Monitor and control. You will take that analysis, reporting, everything can be done through that monitoring and controlling. Taking the action also, right? All this can be done through that monitoring and controlling process group to control the project. That is one of the the challenges you have as a project manager, because you can apply, initiate it, you can plan it, execute, but overall you have to monitor how is the status of your project. Because as I said to you, as you are a doctor, your project manager is like a doctor. Who is your patient? Project. Maybe sometimes you have to give some antibiotics. Sometimes you have to give some immediate relief. For example, what they call the brufen, right? You know that giving that painkiller, correct? And antibiotics, and also. So you have to plan what you have to give. Immediate remedy, or you always keep it in mind. You have to find the root cause analysis. Instead of giving a what is called immediate relief, always find that what is called root cause. Then you treat on the cause, not to the symptoms. Always keep that in your mind. Right. Okay. And yeah, this is what we are talking about. Okay. All this covered and covered. Yes. Right. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. Right. Yes, yeah. Any question? Any question, please? Hello?
No, I'm good.
Good, okay. Sugatapol. Sugata, I'm sorry for the misspelling. Strictly calling. So Saugata Paul. Deepak. Okay. Muhammad. Good. We have so many people here taking fasting, right? Okay. Right. Yes, yeah, Muhammad, yes. Right. So which is that reference guide? Which is the reference guide we are using? Our study purpose.
6.0.
PM book 6th edition.
6th edition, and also we will be covering 7th edition.
7th edition.
But one question: the new PMP, is it based on PIM book or it is based on many books?
I think it's based on many books.
It's a 10.
Based on 10 books. Yeah, keep that in your mind. Yeah, and so we are consolidating all information from this 7 reference guide and delivering this the lecture. So keep that in your mind, because see now that it's a holistic approach, holistic way of managing a project. So that is actually the advantage of PMP certification. That is the demand of that PMP certification as well. And you know that there is one more certification available. You know what is that certification name to manage a project? Apart from PMP, there is one more certificate.
CAP.
This is Prince 2. And the PMP is coming from USA.
PMO?
PMI.
Yeah.
From PMI USA. That is
PMI.
USA, right? USA standards. And Prince 2 is coming from UK.
Means which certification is better for better PMP or Prince 2?
PMP only, right? PMP is the demanded one, and because this is very less people, no, like 5% or PMP is most demanded certification and gold rated certificate in the world. Yeah. Right. Yes. Okay. So let me just between. Yes. Yes. Can you this slide?
Yes.
Yeah. So can anyone read this actually? Anyone?
Sure. Look at your organization and see how many running projects are there. Any program running? Any portfolios exist? What is the company's vision? What's company's strategic objective?
I'll give 1 minute. Think about. Yes, yeah. So back to our discussion. So what do you think?
Yes, in my company, it's in. I mean, they are into a larger portfolio, so they have multiple projects running because I work for Wipro, and the domain which I'm currently working. So we have 5 projects going on, and coming back to the visions, right? To be honest, I do not have, and the objective is to maintain or to keep the project sustainability for the longer period of time.
Right. So you have program, right?
Yes.
And any portfolio, like divisions or something like that? That is
Yes, we do have
divisions, yeah, units. For example, ICT and many units we can plan accordingly. Yeah. What do you call to prioritize the project, for example, to align with the organization strategy and create many benefits. Because if no authority, no hierarchy is there, because then there is nobody to control that alignment each other, right? That's the reason. And company's vision, you come across that, yeah? And company strategic objective also, you come across that. Yeah? Keep this in your mind. And I'm giving you this assignment for you. Just you can elaborate, think about, and discuss within your team and all this. It's like an assignment for you. Yeah. Good. Right. So what is tailoring concept in project management? Not only in project management, it is needed everywhere, right? Tailoring. Tailoring.
Customization.
Tailoring shop. Last, remember that?
Customizing.
Go to tailoring shop. Tailoring shop.
It's a bespoke approach, like customizing things.
Yes. Or when you go to some sort of restaurant, and whatever is available there, but you have your own, maybe your body will not adjust with some food, so you may have to ask, you need to customize for your case, right? You need to customize based on your body style, right? Body fitting, something like that. So similarly, in project management also, you need to understand about what is exactly the project requirements, how you can use the project management approach. And because all of a sudden you cannot change everything. Can you do that? So many changes at one stretch? No, slowly you can, correct? And also it is always preferable you start where you are, because you cannot spend a lot of time to learn, but learn means only the learning, right? Only the planning. So no need actually. So you have to start at the earliest and show something working product to the customer. Then you have the time, right? Start, because that is actually, we talk about speed to the market. Have you heard about speed to the market? Or time to market? Time to market means the time taken to from your idea to that the launch. If it is taking long time, you may lose your market, correct? So this is time to market, or TTM. So always speed up the market, right? So this is talking about tailoring concept here. Maybe for a big project, you may need more than what we are discussing now. More than what you need from that, out of this, from the PIM book. Maybe small project, maybe you may not need all this what we are discussing now, correct? So PIM book is just like a guide. So we are giving you ideas and thought. The remaining things is up to you. You can take whatever you need. Maybe you can add whatever you need, more extras you need, is all up to you. You can take this. So this is now, we are giving you some ideas and thought process for you to think about, and you can make use to effectively or efficiently manage your project. So we are taking from that now that PMBOK is also, remember that PMBOK is prepared by project manager and it is for the project managers. So that is actually advantage, because this is not like one man. So many people who is working as a project manager or in the project community, across the world, and they're giving some input. So that's the reason you can see many terminologies, many ideas, concepts, philosophy is also involved in this project management. You know that, because project is done by the people and for the people. So philosophy is important, because without the motivating the people, without managing or properly leading the people, it's not easy to achieve the project success. Right. So yes, I will ask you one thing. Probably you might heard about that. So if we have that, if I divide this project concept into two, so one is this is the project activities, and before that there are certain activities need to be facilitators. That is called pre-project work. Can you tell what are the pre-project activities needed before really starting a project? So that is called a pre-project and project. Can anyone?
Initial phases and the planning phase are called pre-project.
What do you call the pre-project activities? Yes. You will create some documents. So that is, so you will
just like a project scheduling, project planning.
You will do, yeah, some idea is in pipeline now, for example. So for example, you're planning a project, you're planning a solution, for example. So this is something like an idea, right? Idea. So that means you will do a need assessment. What you will do is you will do a need assessment. When you do the need assessment will help you to develop very important business document that is called the business case. It's a business document, yeah. This is not actually a project document. This is purely business case, yeah. That is called a business case. Have you heard about business case?
Yes.
Business case. So what is business case? Business case is a document which talk about the need of the project. Why you need, why you are undertaking the project. Correct. So that is called a business case. So the business case always help you to create one more document. So that is called benefit management plan. Sometimes the business case is combined together all this, yeah. So keep that in your mind. But as per that PMBOK, our project management study is dividing this to business case and benefit management plan. Sometimes benefit management plan we will include it within that business case. So just two documents we are discussing here as a business document. What are they? Business case and benefit management plan. So what is the meaning of benefit management plan? Benefit management plan will details about who is the business, who is that benefit owner, when and how you are going to get the benefit from this project if the project is being implemented. Correct. So we have the business case and also we have the benefit management. Business case is the why the project is undertaken. Benefit, when you are getting the benefits. That is a benefit management plan. So once you have the business case, document is ready. What is next? What do you think? You can immediately start a project. What do you think? business case now you prepared. And before that, let me ask another question. So who is responsible to develop a business case in the organization?
Consultant.
Is that consultant? Okay. Consultant. Then what else? Who else is responsible? Depends on the situation. Maybe sometimes maybe assigned to that available project manager because he is an experienced person. And that another case is a business analyst. Have you heard about BA? Business analyst?
Yes.
So business analyst is actually the excellent the people, because they have learned so many business analysis, correct? Gap analysis, SWOT analysis, right? So many things, doing that, how to prepare the need assessment, business case, and all this they can do. But nowadays, project manager is also capable to do this actually, because they have the experience in that. They know the tools and techniques to use this, to develop the business case. So, well, once the business case is completed, what is the next stage? What do you think? As I said, before going to any other stage, there is we have to submit this to where? The upper management, the higher management to take the decision, right? So we'll submit this. And management will review this document. If they feel that this business case, we are not going to convert into a project because we are not getting any benefit out of that, because it has a lot of risk. Because here in the benefit management plan and in the business case also, maybe they will identify the higher risk also to be included, to be identified and documented in the business case. You know that if it's having more risk, then there is no matter of executing or implementing the project. So is this now going to be a project? No, they will cancel it. So it will be only the pipeline project, only as only the business case. But in other situation, for example, they review this, higher management review this business case, and they understand that this project is, we have to convert this into project, we have to implement, because we can get some benefit, could be tangible or intangible, whatever the case may be. So they find some business value and they are moving to start this project. So this is the time this business case is coming to here in this project level. So what will be that first document in the project? Can you guess what is the first document?
Project plan.
Which one?
Project plan.
Because you know that in project we have many stages. One is initiating, then planning, then executing, then I will say that monitoring and controlling, and then we have the closing. So we have that initiating process groups first, right? So in the initiating process groups, what do you think? So we have many here. Initiating. So that means you should develop the first document in project, that is called project charter. Have you heard about that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Project charter. So to develop the project charter, what is that document you can use as an input?
Business case.
Business case. Or I can say that business documents. So business documents. So what are the documents? Business document means it contains business case and benefit management plan. Clear? So business case is an input to develop the project charter. So if I ask you that, which is the document you can keep as dynamic and which document you can keep as static here? In your experience, which is the static document, which is the dynamic document?
Project charter will be dynamic.
Dynamic.
Because we will be
Charter will
changing
be
the-
dynamic.
And business case will be static.
business case will be static and
keep it in mind. Now we are in project. So project charter is a document which contains high-level information about the project. Just like high-level information. So high-level information, how you can prepare the project charter based on the business case. So keep it in mind, project charter, once you completed a project charter, this document is going to be fixed. Unless otherwise there is a very critical situation in your project. In that case also, you can add some amendment, some supplement in that project charter. So project charter is a static document. And business case, you can keep on change till you complete the project, close the project, for example. Yeah. So keep it in mind, project charter is fixed. You cannot change unless otherwise, as I said you, that there is a critical change you need to be incorporated in that. In that case also, what you do is you will keep some supplementary in that. Yeah? So from the business case as an input, you are able to develop the project chart. So that is done in the initiating. So now you are moving to the planning. So what is the document you should prepare as a first document in the planning?
Gantt chart.
You will develop a project management plan, PMP. Just for understanding, I will write PMP. What is PMP? Just for this project management plan. So you will develop a project management plan. So what is the input for this project management plan?
Project charter.
Project charter is an input to develop the project management plan. So what is project management plan? Project management plan is an integrated plan of what? So many different plans. What is that actually? Your scope management plan, schedule management plan, cost management plan, quality management plan. You got the point? Did you get that? So project management plan is an integrated plan of so many plans. Yeah. Right. So keep that in your mind. So see now how we are moving from that pre-project work, business case and project work. The moment you have this the project charter, that means there is a project exists in the organization. Are you clear with this concept? Are you clear with this concept?
Yes.
Right. Coming to that business case and project charter again, yeah, because in the initiating, we will discuss in detail how we are developing the project charter, because the project charter is a process, the first process in project management. Right. So you can see here now pre-project work and starting the project and coming to the orders. Yeah. Right. So we'll talk about business case and benefit management plan and all this we'll talk about. Right. So what is the output and outcome? It's very important nowadays, the concept, output and outcome. Output, outcome and benefit. See now, as I said your organization is developing a chart, sales systems or sales system, sales system. You are developing a sales system, sales systems. So what is the output from this project? What is the output? Sales system software, correct? Yes or no? I need your response to make sure that you are understanding. This is the output. So when you have this product in place, that means your sales increased. Sales increased. So that is actually CREAC, sales increase. So that is actually the outcome. So sales increased. So that means how much, for example, I'll say that 25% now more sales. So that is the benefit. So you have the sales increased. So that is that outcome, and 25% more, that is the benefit you are getting. So that is actually the organization is looking for nowadays from the product, from the output, and also for your case from the PMB, you can have all this in your life cycle. Yeah. So what is the output from this? Output, what you are expecting? So that means you are, you see, now you are expecting a PMP certification. So what is the outcome? You will increase the marketability, and you are getting like around, I can say that 30% of more salary than non-certified. And this is going to be that increasing your the career and all. This is going to be your benefit for this. See, so many things it's going to happen with this PMB certification. So this is the output, outcome, and benefit. This is all organization is also looking for from the project. Right.
Sir, can we say NPV and IRR are also considered as outcomes?
Which one?
NPV and IRR.
Yes.
Net,
this is
net
actually,
present value.
we are all, you see now how to measure. This is the project selection criteria. So what is project selection criteria? As you said, that is all we are using to see that outcome, for example, and also for the benefit. This is all we are using. For example, net profit, NPV, net present value, internal rate of return, and return of investment. Remember that your net present value, internal rate of return, return of investment. So many, correct? This is all we are, but this is actually most commonly we are using this NPV, net present value. Yeah? So commonly we are using, that means you will what we call, you will minus your that whatever that money you are getting, like that is the return, and whatever this your money is spent. So money spent normally will take as that is your you are putting this money into that project. So normally it is with a minus. So either you can say that you will add both this your income and whatever that income, cash inflow and cash outflow, you will combine this, your plus. But when you add this, keep it in mind always your that investment is using that minus symbol. And internal rate of IRR, return of investment. IRR means actually the percentage you can expect from that project. For example, 10%, 15%, 30%. Always you are looking for to invest in any of this the project which is giving you more internal rate of return. That is the interest rate. Return of investment means percentage rate. Maybe like if you pay like $1, you may get some percentage more. Like maybe like 0.25 feels extra as a profit. So that is the rate of return, return on investment, ROI, return on investment. So many project selection criteria, and also how to calculate the benefit, that models you can use. So that is your question, right?
Yes, it's very clear. Thank you, sir.
Right. Right. So yes, now we are coming to that end session. So this next chapter we'll take in the next class. Before winding up, remember that we discussed about our just a minute. Yes. Right. Share screen. Yes. Yes. So remember that we discussed about creativity. What is creativity? What is creativity? So creativity is something you can do indifferently, right? So have you heard about thinking outside the box?
Yes.
What is the meaning of thinking outside the box?
Unconventional thought.
Unconventional thought. So if you are see now everybody is thinking, we will always we say that I have a problem, I have a problem. So you have many problems and you are sitting here. To this problem, you are here now. How to find the solution? So in order to find the solution, you have to come out and see that the possibilities, right? You can come out from the problems. So I'm giving you 9-dot puzzle. So this is a square. You can see a box square. Within the square, inside you can see 9 dots. So just think about how to connect 9 dots using maximum 3 or 4 straight lines. You can try with the 3 lines and 4 lines also. You can find the solutions. The condition is you cannot lift your pen from the paper and also not trace the same line more than once. You can connect these lines with 3 or 4 lines, straight lines, and cannot trace same line about that. You cannot do that. And also you can start from that out of the box. That is actually the concept of doing that. Try this and you can share in the WhatsApp. If you want, you can take that the picture and you can share in that WhatsApp group, or you can send. Yes, so just try that. This is called the 9 dots puzzle. That's all from my side. And any question and Q&A. Let us have some Q&A, then we can wind up. Any question?
Yeah, my question is the project charter and all you were showing, right? That all things will be, means you will be telling us how to do and all, like tools implementation or something kind of thing.
Correct. This is a project charter. It's a project initial document, and we'll prepare on just like our birth certificate. So is all we have to do in terms of, for example, scope, schedule, cost, project objectives. All this we will describe in high level manner, because this is very early too. We cannot, because even that very key stakeholder. So we will develop everything in a high level. So this high level document in later stage, in planning stage, we will develop a project management. So business case will convert into a project charter. Project charter will convert into a project management plan in later stage. Because once you have more ideas, more clarity of this, that is what we are going to do in the planning process. Correct? You got the point?
Yes. No. Means my question was like going forward, we will be learning about Gantt charts and all, right? At that time, you will be showing us, you will be only showing us the Gantt charts, or you will be telling us how we create Gantt charts or something. Example, I am giving you that. And so you will be
Gantt chart. Yeah, please.
And so you will be only giving us showing us the examples, or you will be telling us like implementing things kind of thing. You will be.
We will show you that basic.
Practical.
No, we are not going to discuss anything related software part. But regarding the Gantt chart and all this, I will show you that how we can add this in that software.
Okay.
Microsoft project, how we can prepare the Gantt. I will take some time to show you that. Because this software training sessions, right? This we are talking about how this approach you can utilize for your. Regarding the software part, I will show you something. Don't worry about it. Yeah? Okay. In our limited period of time, I will show you something how we can add this in the software side, but not much.
Sure.
Because we are using many software, right? And so we can show you some part. But if you want to learn more, for example, Microsoft project or Primavera, for example, and then you have to go for another software train. This is not software train. This is you see that project management approach. Yeah? So many things. If you add the software results, we cannot finish, right? And because so many things we can incorporate in that, but no, not the case. Yeah? But you will learn. You can learn easily then once you understand all this. Okay. Yes, please. Any other question? Hello? Hello? Hello?
No question, sir.
No question. So for so how do you feel? All okay? Any questions? If still you have any question, you can share to WhatsApp group. Yeah.
Sure, sir.
So any other questions? Anything? All okay? Can you do this? Try and share, or we can discuss how we can connect now 3 or 4 lines. Connect all this. You should connect all these 9 doors. That is your challenge. So once you do this, probably that means you are good in problem solving and good in creativity, and also that thinking outside the box as well. Right. Okay then, and time to close this. Thank you very much for all your participation and connected internationally. And maybe they have to say good night. Maybe some people are still in the morning, correct? Yeah, so most of the people may be in different regions. And let us say bye to everyone. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.